Hello there, cinema lovers!
Welcome to Filmstorm.
In today's episode, we take a look at another little gem of a film that can be classified as one of those for sensitive viewers. We invite you to our analysis of the Blue Caftan, the second film by Mariam Touzani.
Interestingly, both productions by this director were official Moroccan submissions for the Oscar. Unfortunately, the Blue Caftan did not ultimately make it to the 5 nominees.
Which is a pity, because it's a truly beautiful and meaningful film.
علاش كتطلب النص ما فهمتش.
القفطان كيخصو يعيش كتر من ولادو، تلبسو بنتها من وراها، يصبر للزمان.
The Blue Caftan is not only the title, but above all, the anchor for the whole story, appearing significantly at the beginning and at the end of the film. Already in the opening sequence, we can see the beautiful blue fabric from which the caftan will be made. This fabric is a kind of tabula rasa, a blank slate that the main character, named Halim, a master in the old art of tailoring, takes into his hands, preparing for his intricate work. It is also a metaphor for Halim's marriage, which, even though the man suffers from repressing his same-sex attraction, is unique and carefully, even sacrificially nurtured by him. The same goes for the fabric, which Halim takes care of, just as tenderly as he does of his sick wife.
An exemplification of one's true love for craftsmanship is the scene in which Halim explains to one of his clients during a dress fitting that the fabric cannot be too tight, that it must be like a second skin in which one can feel completely at ease. By treating the fabric in that way, Halim shows that if he could, he would probably sew a similar second skin for himself, so that he too would be finally free.
At the end of the opening scene with the blue fabric, we can see a measuring tape hanging around Halim's neck, which can be interpreted as having two different meanings. It can be seen as a symbol of the disappearing and shrinking importance of tailoring, an issue that weighs heavily on Halim's shoulders, that become a burden for both him and his wife, Mina, who are finding it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. The measuring tape, to which we will return a bit later, is also a symbol of passion and desire, both the expressed and the suppressed one.
The modern, fast-paced way of living enters Halim's life, forcing him to hire a younger assistant Yusuf. Impatient and ignorant customers who do not understand the uniqueness of his profession suggest that the master could work faster, but not as meticulously, by using a sewing machine. This highlights the difference between a human and a machine. Unlike most people of modern times, who are like quantity-oriented reproductive machines who perceive their actions only through the prism of making money, Halim is an artist in his profession, a profession which inspires him, as well as defines him and even harmonizes with his personality. It is Halim's devotion and passion which makes the much younger Yusuf fall in love with his master and which pushes him onto a much more valuable path of traditional craftsmanship.
When Halim's wife, Mina, claims that nobody wants to learn traditional tailoring anymore, and that Yusuf will probably soon find another, simpler, more lucrative job, Halim rightly points out that Yusuf is not like that. Moreover, like Halim, Yusuf sees a deeper meaning in tailoring, even a contribution to history, a way of preserving what is almost extinct. They both realize that many of the secrets of traditional tailoring are disappearing forever, and that the surviving dresses created using old techniques exist only thanks to the intricate work of craftsmen from the past, whose dresses are so durable that they are passed down from generation to generation. This is another allusion to Halim's hard work on his marriage, the idea that if you care about something, it will last, even despite all adversities.
Emotions also stand in a similar opposition as modernity and tradition. The long-cherished love for his wife stands in contrast to the simple gratification of carnal desires and fleeting affairs, which leave Halim with an existential void in his mind. This separation of what is animalistic and human in us, brutal in its simplicity, reveals what love really is and where it actually happens. Halim, as he shamefully admits to Mina, fought a long battle with his nature and was doomed to lose. This failure is exemplified by Halim's visits to the city bathhouse, a hammam. There, his secret is in a way incorporated into the architecture of the place. We see keyhole-shaped passages typical in the Arab world, symbols of a secret place, seen only through the keyhole, or a reference to keeping certain emotions locked away.
Everything in Halim's life is speeding up. He has to work faster and hire an additional employee, the young, attractive and talented Yusuf, to keep up with demanding customers. On the one hand, both men begin to share a passion for the craft of tailoring and become more and more intimate. On the other hand, Halim's extremely strong moral compass does not allow him to give the boy the same level of affection as the one he has for his wife. Once again, he separates what is physical from what is much more significant in love, that is, the spiritual. The choice that Halim makes after Yusuf's declaration of love is shown symbolically in the scene where Halim slowly removes the aforementioned measuring tape, a symbol of desire, from his neck as if it were a snake tempting him. He feels passion and desire for his profession and for men, and at the same time both things are becoming a heavy burden.
Halim also begins to live more intensely. He does not know how long he will be able to enjoy the presence of his sick wife, so he tries, together with her, to make up for the years of established routine, doing everything he can to make his wife feel fulfilled. Seeing her husband's devotion, Mina stops treating Yusuf with sarcastic reservations and accepts the feelings of both men, fully liberating Halim. This is best and most beautifully visible in the dancing scene of the three of them.
The film contains both a sad and a happy ending. Halim's wife dies, and the shock of her death pushes him into rebellion, which he was previously incapable of. Full of genuine sadness and affection, Halim and Yusuf's farewell song at Mina's body turn into the proverbial pattering of prayers by the gathered mourners. The traditional ablution and dressing of the body in white robes become a field for Halim's rebellion. He dresses Mina in the titular blue caftan, and when he and Yusuf carry her beautifully decorated body through the city streets towards the cemetery, everyone turns their heads, trying to guess who this uniquely dressed woman was. Well, Mina was a woman representing the strength of tradition, love, and tolerance, values for which few people can find a common denominator.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching and see you in the new video. Bye.